On today's episode of the program, we're going to be showing you a lot of behind-the-scene moments so that you better appreciate the amount of grind and sweat that goes into any production, whether it's visual arts or performances. The first stop is the National Troupe of Nigeria.
Let me tell them to come and
At the Dubai Expo 2020, the National Troupe kept Nigeria's flag flying with performances during the National Day. To a collaboration with the Bauchi state government that talks about unity in diversity, for the children's creative station with images to show for it.
You're welcome. Albert, we thank you. We thank you very much for hospitality. We have heard a lot about your food. Now we have tasted this kind of food. Really delicious. Yes, very sweet indeed. Thank you very much. There is no way that came from. We are indeed very thankful, Your Highness. We will take up that offer. When next we visit you, welcome. Our guests are always open to our visitors.
Another creative station, this time in the southwest, Abeokuta, Ogun State, directed by Pamela Udoka, but the children were allowed to work on their own terms after weeks of tutoring by professionals.
I salute your tenacity and courage to say no to the white man's masquerade. We salute you too. We say no to the harassment of our men and women. We are tired of hiding our men. Yes. We shall no longer be fugitives in our land. Yes.
I do not continue.
Before that, Strings, a command performance in Lagos, is a history lesson for the audience, emphasizing the need for the country to remain united. All these and more are being done under the watchful eyes of the artistic director, Ahmed Mohammed, who hit the ground running against all odds. A lean purse, a depleted team of in-house performers, and more.
I felt that, yes, the National Troupe, as the performing institution of Nigeria, has really gone down in terms of its performance. And the best way we could be able to revive it is to ensure that every institution every system within the institution is really working. So when I came in, I was able to sit with my management and understand exactly what are the issues, having also my own background information that I've already gotten. And then we said, okay, the best we could do is, first of all, let's raise the morale of our staff.
The village is nice though. You see, we went to the village last year for the New Yam Festival. I saw dancers. I saw masquerades. In fact, I saw many things. When we came back from the village square, my grandmother, my father's mother told us a story in which the festival made us remember.
What we do was to also bring the children together so that they can be able to blend among themselves first. We realized that, their strength in terms of even looking at the script to translate it into what we wanted them to do. Each of them are different faces. There are two girls that I realized that they couldn't even read good English at that time. But luckily, within that period of time, they were able to open up, they were able to understand their scripts and their lines. And behold, on the final day, you need to see how they performed. And that's one of the things that the Children's Creative Station is doing to children, to ensure that we build their self-efficacy, their command in English, and their own relationship, relationship among themselves. And that's exactly what it does. And that cannot happen until we bring them together. Yeah, they share the experiences, who is weak, who is strong, how do they, build each other, in terms of their capacity. You get the point. Ours is facilitative. But the whole idea of the story will come from them.
the message of unity always resounds wherever the troupe goes.
He who brings us infested firewood home invites lizards to a feast. We did not live well among ourselves. We are always fighting one tribal war after another.
But that is not enough reason for any transparent white man to come and rule over us.
Strange is also one of our major projects. It's a folk music drama that really x-rays Nigeria's birth, from colonial period to independence, to even the situation we're having ourselves today. We are trying to ensure that the youth who lost the history of Nigeria, who think probably we got our independence on a platter of gold, need to understand that there are so many things that went through, in this country before we become who we are. Every ethnic group was able to contribute intellectually, politically, to ensure that the British gave us power not because they wanted to go, but because we really earned it. And that struggle is what should have been an impetus to our youth to understand that this country is great, and then it requires also their own intellectual ability and their strength to be strengthened, and then be focused towards a direction that we wanted to take it to for our own development.
Reviving the touring tradition, generating funds through public-private partnerships, and giving artists a better deal is part of the plan.
You did not offer us the kola nut, or even pour libation for this baby. Even the blessing of prayer must come from a traditional
Thank you, chiefs. Yes, chiefs. We won't waste all our traditions over a baby. Let us save some for another day.
King Yuga, in my clan, when a child is born, we use the soothsayer to tell us what the child will be. Really?
Our pocket has already been exhausted. The government has given us resources for the 2021, programming. That's the 2021 budget, and we are losing our last bit to ensure that we are in Abuja. So the intention of us being in Abuja is to open up other opportunities for ourselves and for the greater part of Nigeria, so that we can be able to build, a kind of a relationship with other corporate organizations, the diplomatic corps, and other non-governmental organizations. Even within the 6 geopolitical zones, let's take this play. So in each zone, we can be able to share the play, and people can come and watch and, take some messages, back home, so that we can be able to, think about the issue of unity, understand our country as one of the best countries in the world, and for people to understand that, yes, each and every one of us has a stake.
We share the dense rainforest with the Ondo people. Yes, our bloodlines extend through the Great Guinea Mountains, far beyond the Somorika Hills to the Expo Peninsula. Yes.
I want to leave a legacy of a strong institution that can really stand the test of time. An institution that has the assemblage of the artists that will be required to move to every part of this country and perform in every part of the world at any given time. An institution that can vouch for all logistics that will be required for it to really operate in terms of transportation. We are also using the high tech to ensure that we communicate, with the rest of the world. Even the environment itself. When you look at the environment we are living today, it's not quite habitable because of the National Theatre has been renovated. So we need some resources to ensure that this place is really put in a situation that every staff that comes in will feel at home. Not just a place that you feel probably you don't want to come back to tomorrow. So I wanted to leave a legacy of a strong institution that can be able to stand the test of time.
It's all about building a resounding legacy that will make creatives proud to be called thespians from the National Troupe of Nigeria.